Good afternoon, everybody. Mike Juby here with Mossy Jaw Custom Baits. Waving at my grandson out there. Sorry about that, folks. Just got distracted. Out here in the old bait barn, and going to talk to you a little bit. This is not a Viagra or a Cialis commercial, but I'm going to talk to you today about shaft length. And length is important. Okay, so let the jokes begin, let the comments start, but we're going to be talking about your everybody that's a fisherman throws a jig, but we're talking about our hook shaft length. Now, this is a very common jig. The 90% of the anglers throw a jig like a football head jig. Don't worry about the color or anything. This just happens to be a matte brown with green pumpkin orange jig. Great springtime all the way through really summer. But you'll notice the length on this hook. This is a 4/0 hook. Again, this hook or this bait I've made for spawn going into the post spawn. Okay, here is a bait that I have made for post spawn into the summer. Again, don't get caught up in skirt color, but get caught up in the hook length. This is a 5/0 hook. And again, back to my springtime spawn into post spawn bait over here versus here, you can see the difference. Okay, right there, they're about even. 5/0, 4/0. I use Victory hooks. I love the Victory hooks. Get those from Barlow's. I have a local tackle shop that if I need it right now, I can go and I can get them from there. Thank you, Tackle Bandit. Okay, but as you get into the post spawn into the summertime, the longer hook becomes more relevant, and in the pre-spawn spawn time, the shorter hook becomes more relevant. The reason is, regardless of color of jig right now, take that away, okay? Two things that you need to be really keyed in on, pay attention to your details, folks, is your hook shaft length and then your head color. You'll notice this is a pre-spawn spawn head, and that is a matte brown. Again, do not get so wrapped up in the color of the skirt, but here's another pre-spawn head that is a matte green pumpkin. The reason I like the matte head, or the more softened tone or hues, that's what a crawdad, a crawfish looks like. It has more of a matte finish, if you will, coming out of the wintertime months into a bass's pre-spawn spawn. But these are baits with 4/0 hooks and a kind of a flatter color tone or hue of a head. This, going into my summertime, has a little bit more sheen to it, a little more flash, if you will, on the head, and a little bit longer hook. Okay, the reason I like the longer hook in the post spawn in the summertime, I will lengthen my trailer. I may use a crawl, and I might have a 4-inch crawl on there. I might only cut off a 1/4 of an inch to slide above here on the hook keeper, and we're talking 3 3/4 inch of a crawl that I have on the back here. In the springtime, in the pre-spawn spawn, I may cut that 4-inch crawl, and I may cut it down to 2.5, 2 3/4 inches, 3 inches maybe, but I shorten that so my hook becomes more important. A lot of fishermen out there just think 1/2 ounce jig, 5/0 hook, it's great. And I'm not knocking it, it's great. But your hookup ratio is going to be a lot better if you pay attention to a couple of details. A little bit shorter hook length or hook shaft on your spawn, pre-spawn time. A little bit longer hook in your post-spawn in the summertime. That's a tip for today. I appreciate it. Again, let the comments start rolling. I know on the intro, I'm going to hear it. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.